Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
Here we are, another day at the Theatre of Dreams, living the life of luxury and prosperity. What is going on? You've just gone for a run.
I've just gone for a run. A one?
I do one, I do one.
I've just gone for a run, so I'm a sweaty mess. So please forgive me.
And it's really hot outside as well.
Really hot. How many?
What degrees are we talking?
Here's 23 degrees currently. Gonna be 26 a bit later.
Oh, wow.
It's only 11 o'clock at the moment.
Good day for it.
Mm-hmm. And it's my brother's birthday.
Yeah. Any news? Anything going on?
I think I need to ask you that question, Oliver Robinson.
I have news. So by now, everyone should know, because the last video was an announcement as well.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm playing Hans in London's Frozen Spectacular.
I guess when we filmed that announcement video though, it hadn't actually been announced to the world. So
yeah. So this feels like the first video of me talking about it. Yeah, because
we film everything a day in advance. So when we were filming that video, nothing had been announced yet. So we were still sort of like, ooh.
So we were a bit scared because I got told that the announcement was going to be Thursday night. Like Baz, tweets all like the exclusives. Was going to tweet at like say 10 o'clock. With the full cast and all that sort of stuff. And then the official announcement would be Friday morning at 10 AM roughly, which is when that video would have gone live. But in my head, and we were saying like, if for some reason this announcement doesn't happen because of whatever, they bring it back another week, we've just made an announcement video. But luckily it also coincided.
It all came together.
But it's really exciting to make that video 24 hours before it was going to be officially announced.
It was so exciting waiting for Baz to announce it as well, because Baz gets all the exclusives on casting announcements and even some show and tour announcements.
Yeah.
So whenever anything big's going to be announced, Baz is the person to look for. His Twitter is the place to be. So when you know you're going to be announcing something, you're just refreshing Baz's Twitter over and over and over again, just waiting.
Yeah, because there's no protocol. You know he's going to tweet at some point that night.
Yeah.
You don't really know.
And usually it's around 10.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's later.
Well, yeah, it was 10 to 11 I think, roundabout it started kicking off last night for Frozen news. So it was 50 minutes after 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So yeah, crazy. So yeah, it's really exciting. So, and loads of people have emailed saying congratulations, which has been really nice. So that's really exciting. My phone has been buzzing, it's still buzzing now, because obviously this is the morning of the news coming out, so yeah, it's been crazy.
And also my mum decided to add Ollie to the family group last night.
Yeah.
He's officially part of the family now.
I'm in.
Which means everyone's been tweeting on that, you've got another WhatsApp group to worry about now.
Yeah, it's really nice. We spoke about cast announcements on a video ages ago, and it is a really fun day.
Yeah.
It is a really good day. I've known about this, so my sort of timeline, my rough timeline of Frozen, my first audition for it was July last year, so a full year ago. I went in and did some dancing, then got recalled the week after, and I was doing Hans material. But this was so early on.
Mm.
And I did a couple of rounds of Hans, and yeah, it sort of, then I didn't hear anything for a long time, and then literally 6 months later I got a call saying they want to see you again for Hans. So it's basically, it's not the time to tell this story, but it's basically the craziest story.
Yeah, well, because they were casting so far in advance anyway, because it's Frozen, they want to get it right, and so they obviously left themselves a huge amount of time.
Yeah.
So no one was gonna hear about, because this is July last year to open this, what would have been to open this October. So that's over a year in advance that they were casting, which is amazing, because it means that they were really giving it the time to find the perfect people. But obviously then with coronavirus mixed in, it's made it even longer. So when you would have found out was postponed by at least 4 months.
Yeah.
Because of coronavirus.
And also if you think as well, my first audition was July last year. We don't officially open till April next year.
That is madness.
So it's literally 20 months, 22 months of a process. So when the cast, when we get into that rehearsal room, we are going to be so happy to be there. Oh my god, and that first opening night is going to be it's going to be crazy because it's like, oh my God, I just want it to happen for so long and I can't believe we're finally here.
You're going to be pinching yourselves.
Oh my God, it's crazy. I had a good friend of mine, Rob Tripolino, messaged me. Rob's amazing. And he said something which is like so true, and I didn't think about it. Like, it's like this announcement, like, because this announcement like went pretty big, like everyone's talking about it, like in the West End at least.
Well, it would have been a big announcement anyway because it's Disney's Frozen. Like everyone loves Disney, everyone loves Frozen, and it's like coming to the West End, so everyone's excited about it anyway.
Yeah, but and the point being though, like it's like the light for everyone. It's the optimism for everyone. It's like everyone's like, yes, like there is happening, like there is coming.
There's not been a casting announcement since lockdown happened because there's nothing to cast.
Yeah.
So the fact that it would have been a big announcement anyway is, you know, one thing, but then because of coronavirus, it went like absolutely stratospheric because everyone's excited about Frozen, but also excited about the fact that there's just some kind of theatre news. Some
sort of like buzz.
Yeah.
Something's there. Something's going to happen.
And also, I do want to mention, like Samantha Barks. I know Samantha. We worked like together very briefly for maybe like 2 weeks. In like before I was even in Les Mis, like a long time ago. And I bumped into her every now and again, and she's like gorgeous, and she's going to be the most ridiculous Elsa.
Let it go. He just got beat by Samantha Barks.
Yeah, he was second in the running.
We don't really talk about it too loud.
But also, Danielle Fiamania, I hope I'm saying her last name right because I've only ever read it, not heard it. So I could be getting that wrong, I'm so sorry if I am. But she's been cast as first cover Elsa. So it's just amazing that we've got a black actress as first cover Elsa because she's going to have 28 shows because that's just how contracts work in the UK when like the principal gets 28. Well, everyone gets 28 days holiday. So
so I mean, so that's even more than 28 shows really, because you're thinking 28 days, that's could be a Wednesday, a Saturday, 2 show days. Yeah. So she might get up to like 30, 40 shows with everything on top. So so she'll be on a lot, which is good. And
it's really cool.
It's really exciting, really exciting.
And my friend Obi is playing Kristoff, which I'm really excited about because you get to work together. And my friend Matt Gillette is in the he's a swing.
He's a swing, yeah.
And Jack Skelly.
Yeah, who we did Adams with.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friends from Back to the Future, so Gemma, Jake, I know Jason Winter, like loads of people. It's a really nice thing. I'll tell you about my self-tape though. This is an interesting story. Interessante. Right, so basically, February this year, I get a little call saying, hey listen, I want to see you again for Hornsies. So I was like, okay, I was in Back to the Future though. Surprise. And we were up in Manchester, and I think we were doing shows by then. So I get this call from my agent, do a self-tape. Okay, in my mind I'm like, I'll do it between the shows. So it must have been like a Wednesday or a Saturday, whatever. So I did the self-tape between the shows, and I got my friend Justin to hold my iPad, and Will, who is amazing, and he read it for Anna. First male Anna. And we sort of did it in my dressing room. We cleared everything. Had this horrible like purple wall, but that's the only like clear wall we had in my dressing room. And I shared a dressing room as well with Nate and Owen. So they were amazing. But I was like, guys, it's alright if you just on lunch just go out and just walk about for like 30 minutes, or go get lunch somewhere else so I can choose this room. And they were amazing. They were like, yeah, of course, man. So they sort of went and busied themselves somewhere else. And I did the self-tape, did Love is an Open Door, like Hans's part, and 2 scenes, I believe. And anyway, I do the stuff, and it's done, edit it, whatever. And anyway, I walk out the room, and the associate choreographer for Frozen is literally outside, in Manchester. I'm like, I walk out, I'm like, I know who she is. And she obviously probably doesn't know who I am, but she can hear that I was just singing Frozen. Yeah. And she was like, oh, we sound good in there. She's like, you in for Frozen? I'm like, yeah. Like, what are you doing here? Like, what is this? And then our choreographer for Back to the Future, Chris, and our associate for Back to the Future choreographer, Darren, sort of came around the corner, and they were friends. So that's why she was waiting there. She was waiting for Darren and Chris to come down from their dressing room or whatever. So then I was like, okay, this makes sense now.
Darren and Chris, I've just realised. They're Darren and Chris.
Darren, Chris, yeah. So then we just sort of stood and chatted on the stairwell, really randomly, with the associate choreographer for Frozen, just chatting, and she just seen the show, just seen Back to the Future, and she was like, really good show, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what is this? Like, what is my life here? Like, I'm trying to get a job, and like the associate choreographer's like standing outside, just by chance, and heard me sing Love is an Open Door, really weird. Anyway, we're walking downstairs to the stage door, and she is so nice, by the way, and she sort of just like came next to me and was like, oh, so you're in for Frozen? I was like, yeah. She's like, well, good luck, hopefully I'll see you next week. I was like, yeah, I know, fingers crossed. And then, flash forward,
crazy.
A week after, I'm in London. I've got the day off. No, I go down during the day, so I've got a show at night in Manchester. And I go to London and do my audition, and she's there behind the panel, like crazy. And I had to tell that story as well.
Yeah.
I told that story in the room. I was like, this is crazy. How weird is that? That so all the chances. Like, I was doing self-tape that day, and that was the day that she came to see Back to the Future. And like, as you guys will know, like, theatres are huge, and like.
Yeah, what are the chances that she'd be outside your dressing room?
I know. I'm on the top floor.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Like, she was just there. But I can't wait to actually meet her like properly and be like, oh my god, like how amazing was that?
Probably worked together.
Like, how cool is that? So that's a fun story about Frozen.
Yeah.
And also about Frozen as well, which is the weirdest thing for probably everyone who got like the job during lockdown. It was the weirdest time. It was the weirdest like time to find out you've got something. It was really nice because
it was almost like you couldn't get excited about it because you were like, it's not like there's no like firm plan in place for this happening, because even though it is going to happen and you've got like the official dates for next year, at the point that you got it, you were like, well, is it happening this October? Isn't it happening?
I don't know anything.
Frozen Broadway's just been cancelled, so what are the chances of like it actually, like, it was all so tentative and so weird.
Yeah, when Frozen Broadway got cancelled, like, I'm sure everyone else in the cast as well were like, oh my god, no, please don't, like, don't let Frozen London not happen.
Yeah.
Because this is so exciting and we all want it to happen.
I will say it's pretty cool that we're going to be playing Cinderella and Hans in theatres like really close to each other. And someone made the point yesterday that I'm playing like bad Cinderella, like a slightly like darker version of Cinderella, and you're playing a prince who's also a villain.
That's crazy.
It's mad.
I feel very lucky to be like ticking 2 boxes in one role.
Yeah.
To play a prince and a villain is very like rare. And I like it. I like being the first, and like just doing it. I think that's gonna be really fun.
And that was one of the best quiz questions that I've ever done. What is the only duet in Disney history in which a villain sings with a princess? And it's Love is an Open Door.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Because there's like villain songs where the princess or like the hero interjects, or vice versa. There's like a hero song where the villain interjects, but there's no actual duet where they sing together.
Yeah.
But Love is an Open Door.
Well, that's that really. How exciting. Something to look forward to.
Yeah, I think that announcement was like the light at the end of the tunnel for a lot of people.
Yeah, it's amazing. Honestly, like, I can't tell you how many people are like really just so psyched for it.
Yeah.
And I think they're more psyched than they would have been if it wasn't for lockdown. Do you know what I mean? It's just this sort of like good news is like, and it might not necessarily affect them, but they're like, oh my god, yes, like Frozen's happening. Like,
even if they don't know anyone in it. They're just like, oh my god, it's just some kind of news.
Yeah.
Just something, like, it's like almost like a pulse.
Yeah.
Like, you found a pulse on the dead body, that is theatre.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, really, really excited. So yeah, obviously I've got to wait a long time, and it's going to be worth it in the end. Like nearly 2 years in the making, insane. Which is crazy. It's so crazy, but yeah, just it's something to look forward to, and just glad I can like finally share it.
Yeah, that's the worst thing, especially when you found out like what, 2 months ago?
13 weeks I counted.
From when you found out?
Yeah.
Has it really been that long?
From when I tweeted because I'm really sneaky. I tweeted something like, "This is a tweet for my future."
I can find out from that video. 7th of May is when you officially found out.
All right. I sort of got told by my agent that it might happen, like a couple of weeks before it officially happened.
It was like a month.
Like a month. So that tweet on my Twitter that said something like, this is a tweet for the future.
It was like a hopeful, like wishful thinking, I hope everything comes off type thing.
Yeah, but it was also like, because I was pretty sure it was going to happen.
Yeah.
But I was like, this is going to be cool to, in the future, be like, hey, this was the day I sort of found out that Hans was going to happen. So there, that was like 13 weeks ago.
But 7th of May is still like 2 months ago from when you officially found out.
Yeah.
So that's the worst bit, being told and then being like, by the way though, you can't tell anyone for like the next 3 months.
I've been really sneaky though, because obviously like Back to the Future is going to happen next year, and everyone was like, oh, Back to the Future, you're going to be doing that? Because I said like, this is a tweet for the future, and people like were like, oh, this is obviously Back to the Future.
But
so
even some of your Back to the Future castmates message you and be like, oh my god, what do you know?
Yeah,
what do you know?
Yeah.
He's like, no.
I was like, nothing. I was just having fun. But then I would like reply with like a Doc Brown gif, you know, just being naughty. But yeah, that tweet was always about Hans in Frozen.
If there's anything more annoying than waiting to tell people, it's when you finally do tell people and they go, oh, well, we knew anyway.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, let me just have my moment of being able to tell people, even if you already knew. So I feel like you massively combated that with the fact that Back to the Future was also being like rumoured to come to the West End at the same time.
I played the game.
Yeah.
I played the game. There was a couple of tweets last night before the announcement though, which was amazing. Like, I don't know how these guys do it, but like there was a theatre fan, I don't know if you're watching, well done, because you'd got it right. But he was like, Oliver Olsen rumoured to play Hans.
But it was literally like half an hour before the official announcement.
Like I was literally waiting for Baz to tweet. Like I sat literally in this place just refreshing, going, he's going to tweet soon. And it's going to start going. Because we have a Frozen WhatsApp group now as well. So we were all like sort of chatting on, come on Baz. And then I got tagged in this thing saying Oliver Olsen rumoured to play Hans in Frozen. Like an hour, half an hour before the official announcement. I was like, how does this guy know? But well done.
Crazy.
Well done. But yeah, luckily I didn't have too many spoilers.
Yeah.
Because I think the Back to the Future masked my Frozen journey pretty well. Anyway, that is that.
There we go. Exciting times.
Gotta get busy, gotta get going. So, here we go. It's to 2021. Cinderella. Hansies. Right. Bye everyone. Be safe out there. Don't forget to buy your tickets next year at Frozen London and at ALW Cinderella. Right, bye everyone.
Bye.